everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. I'm going to be using a soap today which is my 2016 soap of the year, and the reason I'm using it, even though I've got so many other soaps out there just now to actually review and use, this soap just seems to be cropping up everywhere on Facebook at the moment. There's quite a few people getting it now, and look, it's a new soap but it's a classic to me. So it's Wickham Soap Company 1912 Club Cola, and as you can see, I don't know whether you can actually see, but I know there's still loads of soap in there, but that's a lot less than what was in it to begin with. It's my most used soap, and it'll probably be the first and possibly only soap I ever get to the bottom of, given the amount of soaps that I've got and the amount of reviews that I go through. So I'm going to use that one today. I'm going to face lather with it because I'm going to be using my new go-to brush, Wolf Whiskers, which is absolutely beautiful. Black wolf knot. Starting to take on a little bit of the scents. It doesn't absorb scents like a natural hairbrush, but you can still smell it in there. It's got that Mersol blue scent through it at the moment, which I used yesterday or the day before. I think it was yesterday. Yesterday I did a head shave using Cella, and accidentally deleted the video. So one of my videos is now in video heaven and never made it onto my channel. The razor I'm going to be using, and by the way, I'm devastated because every single shave I have done since I started my wet shaving journey back in June 2016 last year has come on my YouTube channel. Every single one apart from that one. So I'm a little bit gutted by it, but that was more of an accident than anything else. Murgress. So this one's for you, Brown Guy Shaves. If you guys haven't checked him out yet, Brown Guy Shaves, I've just subscribed to him. He's only got 2 videos up, he's just literally started, he's got 3 subscribers. He's from Florida in America. And seems a really top bloke. His videos are really high quality, as in the actual video itself, but it comes across to me as a bloke who's been doing it for years. Very laid back sort of style, and you can tell he really enjoys it, which I do as well. And he's obviously started a little bit later than me. I think he's actually 10 years older than me, but he looks about the same age, if not a bit younger than me. So I think I'm 33, I think he's 43 years old, but he looks probably the same age as I do right now, so he's certainly doing a little better in terms of his age than I am. Right, so I've just took the cap off of the Murgress, and the blade I'm going to use today is a blade I haven't used for quite some time, probably 4 or 5 months. Ladis. Now, I haven't opened one of these for a while, so I don't know whether they're double wrapped. All these blades that come out of Russia and places like that, I'm not sure where these are from, unfortunately. I've got the box over there, but can't be asked going to get it. So it comes double wrapped, which I absolutely love. Every blade should come double wrapped in my opinion, because this is why. You pop it open and it just slides out. There's no wax holding nothing together. Much less risk of slicing your fingertips off and cutting yourself. Right, let's just line the top cap up. So you guys probably can't see it on this camera. See if I can get the light just to shimmer it. You can see the little triangle here, like a little arrow, but I can't get. There's a little tiny slice notch in the top cap, and you've got to line those up in order for this to line up with the numbers on the bottom of the dot. So in order to close it, you just push up a little bit on the bottom of it and twist at the same time, and then it starts biting in, and then all you do is twist it all the way around, and then I stop it. I'm going to be using setting 3 today, so you probably can't see, but you can see the little blue dot just there. I'll see if I can get it to sort of shine a bit. There you go. My camera doesn't focus when it's close up, but I've got that in setting 3 now. The Murgress is a beautiful razor. The reason I'm using this is just to wind up Brown Guy Shaves a little bit. I should actually get your name, mate, because it's a little bit easier for me to say your name and then put your channel on there as well. But yeah, so if you haven't checked him out, I know he's really new, so you probably haven't, but any guys out there that watch me, you probably quite enjoy watching him as well. He does face and head shaves. He's just literally got his Merca Futur. That was his first shave with the Merca Futur yesterday, I think it was. And I tell you what, other than the little nick that he got in his head here, what a cracking shave he had. So really goes a long way. My Merca Futur is a little bit relegated to the subs bench at the moment because it took a chunk out my head, which you can probably still see just here. So I was a little bit pissed off when it happened, because I'm normally pretty good with my head shaves, but accidents happen. It could have been a bend in the blade might not have been right, it could have just hooked, there might not have been enough soap, slickness might not have been great. So there's a lot of things to vary into it. So anyway, further ado, 5 minutes in, I've done absolutely nothing but talk shit. So yeah, so if you want to check him out, he's on my subscription list now, if you want to check on there, and I think he'll do quite well. He's got that really nice calm attitude about him, and he talks to the camera, which is quite hard when you first start out, as you guys will know if you've been with me from the beginning. You'll know how difficult it is, and you'll notice that my videos have really improved over the sort of 8-9 months that I've been doing it, and as your confidence improves as well with the shaving and all the stuff that you use. I'm just going to dip my tips again. So I'm just going straight into the dry puck here, as I always do a Wickham. I normally bowl lather Wickham, but I'm going to face lather because this brush is just absolutely gorgeous, and the more I can get it on my face the better. That's my review of it anyway. And if you haven't got a Wickham soap, I can highly recommend this 1912, but I can also highly recommend the Super Smooth range as well, which is his discontinued range. I am led to believe that there is possibly a Super Smooth 2.0 in the Pipeworks, which would be great because it is actually a very good soap. It's got lovely packaging as well, the Super Smooth. But I love this sort of clean cut white tub with a black labelling on it. It's just clean cut, lovely, beautiful to look at, very elegant tubs. Right, I think I've got plenty of load in there. This stuff loads great, and lather's even better. Scent profile on Club Cola is cola to me. It smells like fizzy cola bottles, cola cubes, sweet lolly scented cola, and it is absolutely beautiful. It's definitely still up there. It's just, in my opinion at the moment, just sitting behind K-Shave Works Great Blushes. They're almost level at the top of my #1 spot, but it's just slightly below, because the K-Shave Works Great Blushes is just, it is Great Blushes, it's phenomenal stuff. And if you like really sweet, child inspired scents, then that's the one you want, because it's grape soda, great Jolly Ranchers, great bubblegum. It's that boom in your face grape scent, and it's gorgeous. But this one here, it's phenomenal stuff, but the actual soap itself is great. Right, let's wipe the face, which is done, and then straight onto the face with a loaded brush. I don't think, believe it or not, I don't think I've ever actually face lathered Wickham's 1912. Right away I know it needs a lot of water. This is definitely one I'd love to see on Chris Ilather's channel, Chris Bailey. I'd love to see Wickham on there 1912. I'm not sure if he's actually used 1912 yet. He might have used the Super Smooth at one point quite a while back, but I'm not 100% sure. But I know the big issue with being in the States is the same as the big issue we have over here. Is if you want to import UK soaps and they're not for sale in America, they charge you a fortune in shipping. Not they personally, but that's just what it costs to post stuff. This lather is tremendous. And the scent, oh I love it. Scent strength out the tub's probably a 6. Scent strength I find when it's lather goes up to sort of a 7. It really fills up your bathroom. Beautiful sweet cola. Oh, look at this lather. Oh. Do you know something? I'm starting to really fall in love with this face lathering. I do love to bowl lather because you can really see your product of what you've actually put into it in the bowl. But when you've got a lather like this and a brush like this, look at that. Is that not just phenomenal? Beautiful, beautiful lather. Right, I'll set that to the side. Get my razor, which, as I've already said, is a Mergress on setting 3, brand new lattice blade. And I'm going to stop going through all my stuff that I've used at the end because I'm sort of copying other videos with it, and I don't see the point in it. You see it at the start when you want to see it. If you want to scroll back and have a look again, you can. But you'll see me using it throughout the whole thing anyway, so I really don't see the point. It saves a couple of minutes at the end of me talking shit. So here we go, Mergress setting 3, brand new lattice blade. And let's see how we go. Now this particular razor Brown Guy Shaves has had his eye on it. So I have said if I ever do decide to get rid of it, I'll fling him a message. I don't like his chances, but you just never know. I am contemplating at the moment downsizing my razors to get something like a timeless or a charcoal. I am finding I don't really rotate my razors much. It's not something I really enjoy reviewing too much. I much prefer reviewing software. But this one would be very difficult to let go because it's a beautiful shaver and a beautiful looking razor. The silk is performing phenomenally. Phenomenally. It's as smooth as you like. The lattice blade is lovely. I do remember quite liking this blade. The only thing it put me off in the beginning is it's called lattice, and it just brings back memories of a car in the UK called a ladder. I don't know whether you had them in America or in Australia or anywhere else in the world. I'm pretty sure you had them all through Europe, ladder. Heaps of shit they were. It was, I remember it being a school joke at school when I was a kid. What would you call a ladder at the top of a hill? A miracle. Because I think a lot of them had like 800cc engines and just humps of shit. I think my granddad had one. My dad said it was the most unreliable car that they ever had. It would start one day and the next day it wouldn't do nothing, or you'd be driving along and it'd just die, or you'd be trying to go up a hill and you had to have the 3 kids out the side of the car pushing the car up the freaking hill while they were putting the accelerator on. Just heaps of shit. So yeah, so I'm going more for me on my channel now. I think I've got to a stage now where I've got enough subscribers that I want to try and move away from not imitating other people. You got to absorb things from other people because some things just work well. But I find some of my videos, I'm just going to be myself now. Part of my, I call it part of my culture is swearing. I don't swear to be nasty, I don't swear to be mean, I don't swear, I just swear. It is a natural occurrence where I came from in Scotland. It's something that's always been with me. So look, if you take offence to it, I do apologise. It's not something you probably see in my tone the way I swear. I don't swear like a normal angry man. I just swear. But it's like saying hello and goodbye. That's my sort of swearing technique. Unless I'm pissed off, and then it changes a little bit. I'm going to try and shave a little bit over this cold sore today. It's driving me nuts. That turned out a lot better than I thought. This blade's really smooth blade. One thing about this soap as well, I'll just show you now. I know straight away it will be. It's one of the slickest residual slickness soaps that you'll get out there. It's just beautiful stuff, as you can see. The scent, oh, even though it's all off my face now, the scent's still beautiful. And as you'll see at the end of the shave, I always finish off my Wickham Club Cola with bay rum aftershave, which I've only got the Colonel Conks version at the moment. I'm hoping to get some more, but that's my rum and coke shave. I love it. It goes so well with the coke. It's not coke that you sniff, the coke, the cola. I never get any allergic reactions from Wickham either. Any sort of burning sensations, anything uncomfortable. Out of all the formulas I've used, I've only used one super smooth, which was the Sheridan, which in my nose tells me it's Old Spice. But at the time it had an actual Old Spice scented soap out, and Sheridan's wasn't it. But to my nose it smells very much like Old Spice. So if you're looking for an Old Spice inspired soap, if you can get all the super smooth Sheridans, give it a go. Mine's is actually up for trade at the moment, so anyone around the world, if you're interested, give me a shout. Most of my soaps are up for trade all the time now, other than this one, Grape Licious, and my Sterling soaps. and a couple of my lime creams, but anything you see on my channel which I've used once that's actually been used on the channel will most likely be up for trade. I'm happy to trade across the world. The only thing I ask, and it's difficult to ask for that, is honesty. If you're going to trade, please trade. Send the bloody soap. Don't fucking piss me off and take my soap across the world and then don't send nothing. I come up with some stupid thing that, oh, I've run out of money or anything like that. You can't afford to send your soap. Don't do the trade with me. But I'm happy to send my soaps anywhere in the world. It works out generally cheaper for your postage to get a nice soap. I've got soaps from all over the place than it does to actually buy the soaps themselves and have them shipped to your house. And most of them have been used once or twice. I always clean my soap afterwards, rinse it off and let it air dry for sort of 8 to 10 hours. It's very hot over here, so I don't need to leave it for 24 hours. So if there's anything you see, give me a shout. So you want something you want to trade, let me know what you got. At the end of the day, all I'm looking for really is artisan soaps, which I haven't used before, and that's about it. As long as I've got a reasonable amount, I don't want empty tubs or tubs with a tenth left in them. As long as it's pretty much like for like amount of soap, which will be pretty much full tubs. You might have tried something that you didn't like, that I might like. I'm just going to cross the grain now. And with my neck, I'm always across the grain generally. Other than when I get to this point here, I'm actually going against the grain here. And it's getting more and more comfortable the more that I do it. I just seem to be getting used to it now. My skin seems to be toughening up over the past sort of month or so, since I started sort of everyday shaving or every couple of days shaving. I find it very difficult now to go more than a day shaving, which was unheard of when I was a police officer, because I freaking hated it. Well, not unheard of, I had to shave every day, but I hated it, I loathed it. If I was still in the police, I would, and doing this now, I would have something to look forward to every day to go to the job, to go into work. Look at that, that's a third lather. This brush releases the lather so well, it does not hold on to lather at all. And the reason I know that is normally when a brush isn't holding on to lather, is hogging the lather, it comes to the bottom of the tips and starts pouring over my brush handle. My other wolf whiskers, the 2-band finest, does that a little bit. It still releases it lovely. And my other synthetics sort of do it a little bit as well. The one that doesn't is the Game Changer. It seems to release quite well, but it's a very tight, short lofted knot. So it's not got really many places to go, the lather, than off the end. This brush is just absolutely gorgeous, and if you haven't got a wolf whiskers, I highly recommend you try and get on the list. It's a lot easier than I first thought. I actually gave up when I had a couple of goes and couldn't get on, because I was just leaving it too late, and the times didn't work very well for me. It was early morning, and when I finally got on, it was a sort of, I think it was 2:30 in the afternoon over here in Australia, which is nice that Peter does that. Stays up really late in America to open up his list, so that people in other places in the world get a chance to try and get on there, because there's such high demand for his brushes. What pisses me off is people buy these beautiful brushes and then flog them on eBay for $600, $700, $800. I can't believe his brushes go for that. Well, I can, because I love them, and they're my brush of choice. There's no other brush in the world that I would want other than the wolf whiskers. However, I am looking at other options at the moment for my dent. I've definitely got a case of brush acquisition disorder. I'm not really too interested in razors. I do like having nice razors, but I've got 9 razors now, I think, 8 or 9 razors. They're all lovely razors, they all do a job. But I think the thing with a razor is, a lot of them are quite similar. You don't need to buy a $600, $700 Wolfman, which is my dream razor, so that is my razor that I am aiming for. You don't have to have one to have an amazing shave, you really don't. This razor shaves phenomenally well. When I watch Chris at Ladder shaving with the Wolfman and the charcoal goods and the Timeless, it does really intrigue me just to find out what they're like. It's almost like I wish they did like a worldwide travel razor that gets sent all over the world for everyone to try, like a demo tester razor. Not for me personally, my channel, but just for everyone that wants to try the razor before they buy. It's a lot of money, it's a lot of outlay just to go boom, here you go. Based on YouTube reviews, or no reviews. If you haven't seen a review and you spend $300-400, up to $6,000 on a razor to do it off the cuff without actually having a go at it. The one thing I will say is it does, those sort of razors will always sell on, so if you buy one and it's not your thing, someone will buy it off you. No issues at all. Someone asked me in my previous video, is this the softest knot I've ever used? I think I might have covered it before. Yes, it is the softest knot I've ever used, but it's also got probably one of the strongest backbones out of any of my knots. You've really got to give it a good push, but you can see the splay. The splay is phenomenal. You've got to give it a real good push onto your skin to get it to splay like that. And as you can see, this is a 4th lather from this. I know I am doing sort of 4 passes at the moment, out of enjoyment, not because it's really required, but more out of enjoyment than anything else, because I really enjoy it. I'm up to 22 minutes here and I'm not even anywhere near my post shave yet, so I do apologise. Oh, scent. Just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Look how much lather's left in that brush from that one load. That's 4 passes, there's probably another 2 passes in that. Easily 2 passes. Seems sort of a shame not to actually put that, you know what? I might be a little bit mad and bold here. Just to give you a bit of an idea, look at that. That's a 4th lather. And I'm still wiping off loads on the bowl. Right, just tie that around the lips. Slickness is superb. Yeah, it's easily one of the slickest soaps you'll buy. And I've got to say, I preferred face lathering it as opposed to bowl lathering that soap. That's probably the best lather I've had out of Wickham, and I've had some cracking lathers from it. I haven't had a bad lather yet, but that's the best one I've had, and that was from a face lather, so it just goes to show what you can get from a face lather. I've always been sort of dubious about it being actually any good, but the more I do it, oh yeah, that's got to be the closest shave I've had. I've got literally nothing here now. That's BBS there, that's really nice actually. I'm pretty BBS all over, there's a little bit here and there, but I don't chase the dragon, as Ken Lee says, on my face, because I just end up looking like I've had acid chucked on my face and I'm red raw everywhere. But as you can see, I've got no irritation there anywhere, no redness, no pain. to wait for some cold water coming through, because all I've got is hot at the moment. Right, there we go. Got some cold now. It's not ice cold, but it is cold. Cold enough. Just rinsing my brush out. As you guys can see, I've just got, it is a cracker, I've got to say. Right, I'm going to go straight on to a splash on the face. The brown guy shaves. I'm only assuming that his surname's Brown, because he's not really a brown guy, he's probably as white as me, to say that he lives in Florida. But he's been traditionally wet shaving for 6 or 7 months now, I think, and he's basically shaved the last 6 since the beginning with the Mirka 34C, which is a cracking razor. But you'll see if you watch his channel, that guy has got some serious face growth, some serious. I mean, I think he said on the head shave that he did, he'd just shaved that day, and it looked like he hadn't shaved for 3 days. That's how thick his beard growth looks. It's incredible. I was actually quite jealous, because I mean, I've got pretty good beard growth, but I mean, that would give me the opportunity to shave twice a day. Right, so Allen block, exact same as what you've got, brown guy shaves. The Razor Rock, which I quite like. Allen block's Allen block, as long as it's not got aluminium in it or aluminum, then I'm happy. So let's see how we go. Yeah, I got a little bit of feedback, but nothing major. I do get a little bit more now, because I am going against the grain a lot more places. Like on here, I sort of went across several times, so I'm going to have a bit of rotation. Tastes like shit, this stuff. It's horrible stuff to taste. It's like sucking on a salty lemon. When have I done that, you ask? Oh, when you get pissed and you start having tequila and cover it in salt and shit when you in your younger years. And yeah, that's what it reminds me of. It's just horrible, horrible. I never quite understood tequila slammers. And I've watched a few guys as well. I'm trying to think who it was. More specifically, I think it might have been Ken Surfs, I can't remember. Uses Allen block and then doesn't actually wash it off. I don't know how he does it, because it drives me nuts. It really sucks the moisture out of your skin, takes the slickness off, and made my hands. It's weird stuff, really is. It acts a bit like salt in a way, I suppose. It actually, obviously if you put salt in water, it'll evaporate a lot quicker and it'll draw in the moisture and then it'll turn into salt, you know what I mean? So this actually sucks the moisture out of your skin. Yeah, let's say, I mean, my skin feels really dry now. Still moisturised, but really dry. The post-shave feel from Wickham is tremendous. So what am I going to go for next? I'm going to go with the Thayer's Witch Hazel Aloe Vera Formula Original. So this is sort of unscented. It's got a slightly nicer scent actually, I find, in the unscented, which was now finished. Me, my wife and my daughter have managed to kick through that bottle. But I do have some more on order. Lots of different scents of it. In fact, I think I'll have pretty much every scent now apart from cucumber. Cucumber? That was a bit of the Suffolk shaver there, cucumber. It's quite good actually. You get a bit of fun listening to all the different dialects and accents when you're on YouTube watching all these shaving videos. I was actually going to say with brown guy shaves, I thought he might have been Canadian, but you try and keep that on the down low because they sort of hate each other. It's a bit like the Aboriginal Australians and the Poms and the British and the Aussies and all that. They've got not all of them, but a lot of them have got a big dislike towards us. Not because I took their country away from them, but because the forefathers or whatever that came over here took the country away from them. But they're trying to sort of make amends for it now, but I don't know how well that'll work, unfortunately. The way the world is just now, it's all about politics and crap and government and shit and everything else that goes with it. Right, I'm going from there to yeah, Stray Whiskey Afterbalm. Just a little bit. You don't need much of this stuff, it's very, very good stuff. That's it there. That tube will last me ages. I got that as part of the Mersol Blue package that I got. And this stuff smells great. Bit of tea tree and stuff in there, there's a little bit of menthol, bit of eucalyptus I think. But the great thing I like about it is it absorbs very quickly into the skin. So as I'm still talking and rinsing my hands and everything like that, by the time I come back sort of dried up and ready to go, my skin's almost practically dry. Which then allows me to put my aftershave on, which I then finish by closing all the pores up. It's probably not the best way to do it, but I just love having this scent at the end. I find I cover it up a little bit if I use it on top of balm and things like that, underneath balm. So it's Colonel Conk's Bay Rum, so to finish off my rum and coke shave. And this stuff, it smells beautiful, it's very clovey, sweet, it's got a slight tartness to it as well. It's just beautiful stuff. I love the colour, I love the bottles of the Colonel Conks as well. The only thing I hate about this bottle is there's no restrictor on the top. I do have a bit of a pain in that, I don't like that, I'm a bit like Chris Bailey. So what I do is sort of cover a bit of it on my thumb. Squirt it out, and then all over the hands. Oh, good old alcohol. But the burn there was literally non-existent because I prepped my face with the alum, with the Thayers, with the aftershave balm, and it really makes a difference just going through those steps. And the scent on this, it actually lasts, in my opinion, it lasts a good 2 or 3 hours, the Bay Rum Colonel Conks. In some cases I smell it even longer than that because I do put a little bit on my arms as well, and I can just go with that every now and then and smell it, and it's a beautiful, the initial hit of it, it's very sweet, but as it mellows out and you get the heart notes and the bass notes, it really mellows out and it's beautiful. So I'm really looking forward to getting some nice artisan ones eventually. It's really difficult over here getting them. But look, I have hit 32 minutes here, which is ridiculous for a face shave, but I've really enjoyed it. I've had good chat and I'm just trying to be more of myself, and I hope you guys enjoy that as well. So that's everything done and dusty. New subscribers, it's slowed down a little bit at the moment. It always does just before you get to your next milestone. I think I've got 491 now. I'm obviously aiming for 500, which I'll be doing a giveaway, not at the 500 I don't think at this stage, but there will be a 500 giveaway, subscriber giveaway, there'll be a 750 subscriber giveaway, there'll also be a 1000 subscriber giveaway, and then it'll be 1000, going on thousands. Those 1000 gaps, the giveaway is going to be something quite special, I'm hoping, that's what I'm looking for. And these ones, these next 3, you're going to love them. I know I would absolutely love to win one, and I know you guys will love them as well. And I just want to try and give something back. It's not a lot of people, 500 people out of the whole world, but it means a lot to me that you actually come and make some effort to actually watch these videos. And a lot of you guys probably watch them all, as I do. A lot of the guys, I watch pretty much everyone on my list. I watch the full videos the whole time. I don't know how I get a life in between it all. But yeah, I'll leave you guys to it. Stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.